Hello, Simmers. Welcome back to the Plumbob Cafe podcast. I hope you have some water, some tea, or coffee ready for today's episode. I'm your host, Morbid Gamer, and we are back with another one. This is episode 5 of the Plumbob Cafe, and I never thought that we would get this far into it, but I'm glad we're here either way. So in today's episode, we are going to go through it today. So we've got a couple topics here. We are going to be chatting about the Flargen challenge. That is the new craze challenge that's going around in The Sims, which I really, really love. More on that later. Also, want to talk about celebrity simmers. Oh my gosh, like I've only ever heard of like Millie Bobby Brown maybe, but a celebrity simmer T-Pain's actually been delving into the game, which is really interesting. Next, we've also going to be chatting about The Sims 4 player base growing by 35%. That's so impressive. That's all around good news. And then also, we've got 350 swatches that are coming, I'm pretty sure, to base game. Also, possible tropical paradise leak. That could be the next DLC that's coming to The Sims 4. And also, the DLC is being announced at EA Play. This could be the first time ever this kind of happens. So, more on that. So, yes, it's been about 2 weeks since the last Plumbob Cafe episode. So, we've got so much to go through. And I'm not going to waste any more of your time. We're just going to delve right into it, starting off with the challenge, the Flargen challenge. It was actually created by Tom over on Twitter. You can find him at Tom_the_bomb14. So I'm pretty almost 100% fact check sure that he was the creator of the Flargen challenge. But if I'm wrong, you're more than welcome to correct me. So the Flargen challenge is quite the thing, the situation. I've actually started playing it. But before I tell you more about my gameplay with the Flargen challenge, let me just tell you what it actually is and what it's about. So, in essence, I'm reading verbatim about what it is, what is written down by the creator. It says, in essence, the Flargen challenge is to have triplets, name each child Flargen, and then determine which of them turns out best. After making that difficult determination, the lesser Flargens must be killed. You heard right. So it's kind of like out there, funny, hilarious, a little gruesome, a little dark, if you will, which is everything that I love and more. They don't call me Morbid Gamer for nothing. So I love this. The rules though, let me get into the rules really quick. So if you want to play this, the spirit of the challenge is to play quote unquote normally and raise the Flargens with love and care and just see how they turn out, I guess basically is the gist of the challenge. Rule number 1, you must name each triplet Flargen. So that way, I think it's that makes it a whole lot easier to just not focus in and zero in on one specific Flargen, And then rule number 2, no cheating other than to edit a pregnancy to produce triplets via MC Command Center or whatever it is that you got, something similar, yada yada. So that's the only time you can ever use cheats in this challenge. 3 is you do not manually age up the Flargen. So you can't go around giving them birthday cakes when it's not their birthday yet and like aging them up or cheating or using MC Command Center. None of that. So just plain normal lifespan. And then rule number 4, do not make a determination on which Flargen is best until they have all reached the adult age at the earliest. So you do have to wait until they're adult to be able to determine which Flargen is the best. And then at that point, you just kind of kill 2 of them off and just keep 1. And then 5th rule is most importantly, have fun, which I love because this challenge is like the essence of just being goofy, fun, and like kind of what The Sims 4 is all about, if you've noticed. But I really like this. I started this challenge about like 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure on Twitch. I've been streaming it. We're gonna do Flargen Fridays now from now on until I'm done with this challenge. But I think that this challenge was definitely inspired by other challenges out there, like the 100 Baby Challenge, Black Widow Challenge, and the Not So Berry Challenge is something that Tom has stated here. And I'm just like, I can totally see that. The 100 Baby Challenge, of course, the kids. The Black Widow Challenge, you know, you're killing off your mates basically. And then Not So Berry Challenge, you kind of get these set guidelines for each generation on what it is that you got to do. But in all essence, this is kind of like a condensed shorter challenge, because let's be honest, all these other challenges are really, really long, and ain't nobody got time for that though. Like, let's be honest, who's actually finished a 100 Baby Challenge? Except for Steph Sims, maybe, when she did the 24-hour, like, 100 Baby Challenge thing, which I found to be really hilarious, but no one realistically has ever done it, completed it, and they're way too long. This Flargen Challenge has come around at a really great time, because we are in a drought. We are in a drought for content. So if you want something to kind of keep you going and like something new to just do, this is funny, this is stupid, this is great. This is everything that I love and so much more. And so you should give this a try. So far, I've gotten up to the toddler stage, and I'm not gonna lie, I have been a little bit naughty when it comes to predetermining which Flargen is the best. Although at this point I probably forgot, because they're triplets and they kind of all look similar, and kind of, not really, but like I'm already predetermining which Flargen is the best, and that's a no-no. We don't want to do that. We want to wait until they're all grown and be like, which Flargen am I gonna choose? Which, I'm not gonna lie, will probably be devastating now that I kind of look at it. I'm just gonna like raise these kids only to shoot them off and kill them off, which is probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use some extreme violence on these kids, or like, well, they're not kids at that point, they're adults, but I'm gonna use probably the extreme violence mod and have like, probably, let's get a little morbid, let's get a little crazy, and I'm probably gonna have the mom do it. Like, or one of the best Flargen do it. Oh, that's gonna be that I can already picture it. But I really taking all the morbidity out of it and like the darkness out of it. This is really fun. This is really dumb, stupid, fun, hilarious, memeable. It's great. It's a good laugh, a good time. So check it out if you'd like. Again, you can find the rules of this challenge. It was created by Tom at Tom_the_bomb14. So if you want to give this a shot. So next, let us chat about T-Pain for a second. And you guys are probably like, what the heck does T-Pain have to do with The Sims? I'm glad you asked, because T-Pain has been streaming, or at least he did for a little bit. He was streaming The Sims 4 there for a good hot second. So T-Pain, if y'all don't know who T-Pain is, then I'm showing my age right now, but I'm sure you do, because I grew up in the 2000s. T-Pain was like everything during that time, especially with his auto-tune voice. Like, yes, as soon as you heard him come on, all the fifth graders were just getting it. We're just getting lit, dropping low, all that jazz. Just kidding. No, but for reals, Bartender is my jam, and every time I get around to hang out with my friends, that's like the go-to songs. Like, she made us drinks to drink, we drunk 'em, got drunk. Like, that's a banger right there. Them lyrics, A1. So just kidding. No, but for reals. All right, let's delve into celebrities who sim. I think that that's great. And I like that it's not coming from the people upstairs. No one at EA was like, hey, yo, T-Pain, get on The Sims and like stream it or like endorse it, or, you know, put it out there for us, because he did it on his own free will, which I think is great. Because when it's kind of forced and when they get celebrities to endorse The Sims, I don't necessarily like it. I don't feel like it's genuine, is basically what I'm trying to say and what I'm stuttering over my words for. So we all remember Millie Bobby Brown. She was like the ambassador for The Sims, or probably still is the ambassador for The Sims. She plays Eleven in Stranger Things, the hit TV show on Netflix. So she is an ambassador for The Sims. Also, we can't forget about Baby Ariel, the whole Baby Ariel or Baby Ariel. I don't know, the whole debacle for Get Famous. They brought in Baby Ariel for Get Famous, and all of us were just kind of scratching our heads like, who? Like, no tea, no shade, no, but for reals, like, I don't know who she is. I still to this day don't really know who she is. I think she like got famous off of TikTok, which launched her career, and I think she's trying to do music, which is all cool and fun, but a lot of us sippers did not know who she was, so it's kind of hilarious and kind of a meme being like EA probably contracted her to put Sims more on the map, but instead it felt more like the Sims community got introduced to Baby Ariel, so it was kind of like backwards. Instead, she got the exposure, is what it felt like. I know it's not the case because people really do love Baby Ariel. I'm pretty sure Sims team did their research and we're like, okay, this is who we're gonna go with, and like we know where we're putting our money and it's gonna be good. But like in all seriousness, like I still don't know who she is. But it's in those situations where it just kind of feels forced when celebs come on and they play The Sims and yada yada. We've had in the past, we've had Avril Lavigne be on, she was on The Sims 1. We had Katy Perry, Sweet Treats. Oh my god, to this day, that DLC, I think it was an expansion for Sims 3, is like hands down the worst, or I think it was a stuff pack. I'm not even sure at this point. It was such a waste. If you bought it, I feel so bad for you. If you made your parents buy it for you, how dare you? No, just kidding. But like, it's no, you get what I'm saying? There's a common theme. So when we see celebs naturally playing The Sims and like they show enthusiasm and then like stream it, it helps to put The Sims on the map, which is great, but it's also just nice to see that people just enjoy The Sims overall because, I mean, it's The Sims. It's been around for so long. It's unique. It's like, it's life simulating. And it was nice, too, to see, like, the Simmers interact with T-Pain. I mean, I know Kia for a second, they're like rated T-Pain, which is cool to see, I'm pretty sure. And then I know some people were trying to get like him to get on some Black creators CC custom content, which is also really neat because it puts them on the map and it's like better for them. I thought that this was like a nice natural way of getting exposure for The Sims, for people in the community. It was all great. And who doesn't like T-Pain? So he does stream, or did stream. He hasn't streamed in like it's been a couple days from today's date that I'm recording this podcast. He hasn't streamed on Twitch in a while, but who's to say he might come back or might never come back. But if you want to give him a follow, he's over there on Twitch. So right now that we're on the subject of celebrity simmers, who's to say that maybe celebrity simmers didn't play a part in this? Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. But The Sims 4 player base grew by 35% over the last 12 months. Now, looking at an article by PC Games, they do state that in a recent earning call by EA CEO Andrew Wilson revealed that the Sims 4 player count has grown every year since we launched. So that's actually good news that ever since back in like, what was it? Was 2014? I don't even remember the year The Sims 4. I'm feeling so old, but ever since The Sims 4 started, the base player count has increased every single year, which is good news because, well, and to be honest, it's pretty obvious because when The Sims 4 first started, let's be really, really honest, it was not the greatest when it first started. It was nowhere near great. And I feel like Sims is slowly starting to get its stride now. We're starting to see more DLC for the game because base game, you can't play it by itself, let's be honest. So now that there's more DLC for it, it makes people feel more inclined to like play because there's more things to do. So I feel like obviously if it were going downhill and the base player count for The Sims wasn't increasing each year or wasn't slowly getting up there, I mean, that would be so concerning for the for the creators and for EA, people over at EA, and I feel like they would have pulled the plug by now. But since it's doing good, I mean, that's probably why the Sims 4 lifespan has been so long, and why they want to continue on with the success and not just be cranking out new generations of the Sims so quickly. Maybe, possibly. But looking even more closely at this 35% increase this last year, we do have to take note that last year seasons get famous, and maybe it was included with Strangerville, and oh god, it's also that My First Pet stuff pack I think came out last year. But either way, those were like the big heavy hitters that came out. Seasons get famous, possibly Strangerville that came out, and that could play a part in why there's been an increase in the player count and how active the community has been and the players have been. So it's been one of their strongest years, which is really good. But also want to give a quick shout out to Kia. You can find her on YouTube, Twitch, she's on Twitter, but the reason I mention her is actually because she's had about 2-3 clips from her simming have gone viral. Like, when I say viral, they've gone viral. Like, so many people have seen it, retweeted it, watched it, liked it, and good for her. But the reason I keep mentioning this is because that might have played a good part in why more people have found The Sims, more people are now playing it, more people has increased engagement in it. Like, they see how fun it can be, because Kia, she gets crazy in The Sims, and that shit is hilarious to watch and hilarious to see, and it makes it just want to play. So quick shout out to her. Again, everyone has played a part. If you've ever uploaded a video, created custom content, had retweets on your tweets for whatever you've done, what that includes the Sims community, of course we all play a contribution to it, but just wanted to give a quick shout out, because you can definitely see that made an impact with people who've never maybe even played the game, who have put the game down, and then they saw these viral clips, these hilarious viral clips, and were like, yo, let me pick up the game again, let me play, because this shit looks fun, and this shit can get real hilarious if I got the right mods, if I got the right situation, or it can be fun. So wanted to put that out there. But overall, this is a really good thing, especially being in the Sims community. It puts us more on the map, and it's just all around great for everyone. Just all around great for everyone, meaning we get EA is happy, Simmers are happy, we get more stuff, just casual players, you get more things, and it's just like we're all having a good time over here. Now, speaking on some good times, some future good times, I hope. Apparently, it's been announced by Sim Guru Lindsay. She gave us a bit of how should I say this? A hint, a riddle. A couple of days ago, she tweeted on May 21st. She said, okay, we can play a numbers game. Here's some. She tweeted out 2, 18, and 350. So what's really important about this tweet, you're probably like, huh, what the freak does this mean? Is the 350 number. Because later on, she just gave us a spoiler because no one guessed it. And I don't think anyone was going to guess it. What kind of hint is that, Sim Guru Lindsay? But she said, this was hard. I'll spoil the 2 for you, although now I wish I'd been more clever. I have 2 presentations I'm working on at the same time, consuming my day, and there are 18 days until EA Play, and I won't tell you what 350 is, but it's not a code, it's an actual number. I'm guessing nobody got it, because later on she did tweet to Sim Guru Graham. She said, so I thought we gave it away, but I'll confirm it is 350. Let me say that again. 350 new swatches that are coming to the game. We don't know exactly what the swatches are. They could be hair. I kind of doubt it, but they could be. They could be clothing items. Again, I doubt it, but it's possible. What I really think that the 350 new swatches are for are probably building items, because if you did not know, it's something that the community has really been bitching about since forever. The fact that we don't have basic swatches or matching swatches of woods or basic white, black, gray, neutral kind of colors for anything and everything, things just don't match within the game. As someone who has just recently become a builder or is trying to become a builder, it's frustrating. I can see why builders have been specifically asking for this. So I'm so glad that we get this. And building is just going to become so much easier. And I'm glad that I came into building now rather than like before this all happened. But to be fair, it probably made all the builders so much better because it makes them be a little bit more creative. But either way, this is just such good news. Now, SimGuru Frost also tweeted out a bit of confirmation, but he did say, just confirmed, 350 new swatches are coming to The Sims 4. It's impressive, but wait until you actually see it. And he has these mind-blown emojis when he tweeted this. And I'm just like, I'm so excited to... I never thought I'd sit here and be like, guys, I'm so excited to see color swatches on new base game items, and actually something that SimGuru Frost confirmed. So Junior Milek tweeted to SimGuru Frost. I totally butchered that name, so forgive me. But he did ask, do you know if it's base game only or the paid packs will have updated swatches? He said, he tweeted back, and he said, base game, which is also free right now, which by the way, we need to talk about that too. I didn't even set that as one of the topics, but we will be chatting about how the Sims game is free. Not anymore, but it was free for a good while. Anyways, so it's coming to base game. So everybody who has base game, anybody and everybody, this probably will come in an update on Origin. You'll need to update your game to get all these swatches. But I'm so excited to just get some plain whites, neutrals, I'm guessing blacks. Like, they really heard our cry for these base game swatches for new colors, and you best believe we're getting a bunch of neutrals. And I'm so happy because I love my neutrals. I love my white and I like my black colors. So if you know me, you know that that's all I'm about. I live in a black and white world. So I'm happy for that and can't wait until EA Play to see exactly what the items are. Now, we're getting new swatches, but you're probably like, where's the dang new content? We've been going through a drought right now in the Sims community when it comes to content and wanting to play Sims, but like needing some new stuff for us to do. Well, there's been a possible tropical paradise leak. Now, this is speculation. There's no real proof of any of this, but two gaming retail websites actually decided to sell game codes that they published for the Sims 4 Tropical Paradise expansion. So it was GameSync and Instant Gaming. They're both retail, sell game codes, and they put up this listing for the Sims 4 Tropical Paradise, and people are kind of scratching their heads. Is like, is this real or is this not? Now, we all know that the Sims team is definitely going to release an expansion sometime in the next, I think it's 5 months left, because we already have 1 month left since they announced that. But they did say, they announced that maybe about a month ago, a little loose with dates and times, but they did announce, if you recall or not, that they said that we're going to get one new expansion pack, one new game pack, and one new stuff pack, all within the next 6 months, in the span of the next 6 months. So we know that we're getting an expansion pack. So this could possibly be the 7th expansion pack. I'll give you more of like what I personally think about this if this ends up being true. But yeah, this could possibly be the next one. And so they did create a listing and decided to write what it's going to include. Although it does seem that they copied and pasted this from some Sims forum that was out there. Someone just probably listed what they wanted in a tropical paradise and what they wanted it to include, because we have had past iterations of this kind of pack. We had it in The Sims 3 tropical, I actually don't even remember the title of the Sims 3 one, but I remember you could have like real estate on boats and like swim in the water, and there were mermaids. Like, I remember it really clearly, but it could have been just taken from that also as well. But they did say that the tropical paradise will include a new beach world based on Spanish Caribbean islands and Hawaii, which I kind of believe, because if you recall, a couple months ago, like way back, we did get a free update to the base game where it included more tropical kind of wardrobe, more black hairstyles, more skin tones, more darker skin tone ranges. They did give us wallpaper that was more tropical themed. I think they gave us a fan, that fan too. So if this were to come, I do believe that they might have done that in preparation for this tropical paradise. So they maybe decided just to do it because there had been a bit of voicing of opinions and a bit of that going around when it comes to inclusivity and all that jazz, yada yada. That's another story for another day, or we've already kind of covered that before. But also includes what they listed that this tropical paradise will include is new radio stations, which is reggae and calypso, which I'm all here for. That sounds amazing. New harvestables, pineapple and coconut. New dance moves like a hula dance, new objects, lounging chairs, and surfing stations, which I think, if this is true, this really is, and we're taking it for what it is, like 100%, this is real. Then where the heck have the lounge chairs been? Like, I've been putting together chairs and like these love seat things together just so that I can make believe that I have lounge chairs. So that's needed, and I really would appreciate some lounge chairs so bad. Surfing station would be cool because we haven't seen Sims really been able to get into the water. So if we have a surf station, it feels like it's something that you can plop down and then your Sims can like maybe surf on it. But I think we had something like that. Maybe was it in Sims 2 or Sims 1 where it was like you could go and like surf on this like surfing station thing. I don't remember. I feel like that was something that was a thing back in the good old days. But also they will have new skills like surfing and hula dancing, new aspirations like surfer, new traits, loves water and then hates water, which we used to have in The Sims 3, but we don't have that anymore. They had like some kind of phobia, and that'd be interesting to have, especially because, well, maybe hopefully we get some new animations or like new abilities to actually get in the water, because if we don't and all we have is pools, that'd be kind of useless, and I'd be like, bruh, what the heck. But looking a little bit further in, I did read the Sims community article about this. They do think that it might be an expansion that we're getting next. So because numerous evidence from voice actors and the announcement that there's going to be a big system update for The Sims 4 this June. So this could tie in with what it is that these two retail gaming code websites have put out. So it kind of does fit what's going on here. Also, to give them some credit, this could be a valid leak, considering that Instant Gaming has previously listed bundles for The Sims 4 way before they were announced, with some of the listings even mentioning the correct release date, which is interesting. They do have a release date, I think, on one of them. They had just set it for 2019, which I mean is this year. Obviously, we're getting never mind. We are getting an expansion this year. We already know that, so they could just be playing it by ear. They probably could know nothing about release dates. They just know maybe titles, maybe the working title, and that's what they released, and that's why they decided to put this like make-believe detail of what it is that the next expansion is gonna have. Like, who knows really? Like, it's kind of all up in the air, and all the speculation is starting to drive me insane because I just want to know. But that kind of leads us to our next topic, which is the fact that the next DLC is gonna be announced at EA Play, which I don't know if I'm recalling, like if I'm trying to recall, I don't know if that's ever been done before, because I do remember last year we got the trailer for Seasons and then everyone got to fly out to EA Play, but I heard there was a lot of bitching and moaning during EA Play because there wasn't really anything about The Sims. But I mean, that makes sense because they had released the trailer earlier, but at least speak on it a little bit. Like, they didn't really do that at EA Play last year. It was mostly about other games, other big heavy AAA games, but this year they actually have a time slot, which I just got I just got word of right now as we're speaking, as I'm talking actually. So now that I have this in front of me, EA Play, okay, they're gonna be streaming on EA.com. I know they're gonna be streaming this on Twitch and YouTube. This is like a new format that they're kind of trying, where this whole streaming thing, so that people at home can watch. But they do have like a scheduled time of how they're gonna do everything. At 9:15 is the countdown to EA Play. 9:30 they have the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's a game, I guess. I don't know. Guys, all I do is sim. I'm a simmer. I don't know any of these other games. 10 a.m. is Apex Legends. All right, I know what Apex is. 10:30 is Battlefield 5. 11 a.m. is EA Sports FIFA. 11:30 is EA Sports Madden NFL. And then 12 p.m. is when The Sims 4 comes on. You know what? Save the best for last. But what's concerning me a little bit is that at 11:30, I do have my time slot to play the game, and I could not have picked a worse time slot. I kind of figured that I should go a little later for my Sims 4 gameplay, but like I was just like, you know what, let's get this early and out of the way so I can enjoy the rest of EA Play. Now, lo and behold, I kind of shot myself in the foot because I'm gonna have to miss I'm gonna have to miss EA Sports Madden NFL, but like I'm gonna have to run back to 12 p.m. or I don't even know how this works. I've never been to EA Play, but I'm hoping that I don't miss the Sims 4 announcement. So at this point, I'm just gonna be running around, hopefully not. Oh gosh. But yes, kind of to just wrap this up. In conclusion though, we know for a fact that we're not getting any trailers, any announcement, any teasers, nothing like that until EA Play, which kind of sucks, I will say. From a creator standpoint, like someone who content creates and has to maybe get some news out or some reaction videos or some, like anything, especially since your girl isn't an EA game changer. It's a little harder for her, all right, because I gotta wait like everybody else and still try to get news out. But this makes it even harder because running around EA Play, and then I've gotta come up with like videos and stuff like that, and it's gonna be a lot. But hey, that's what we do. That's why we're here. That's why I'm here. It's fine. We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be cool, fun, fresh, and a good old time. But last but not least, I do want to mention really quickly, I didn't even put this out in the beginning and the topics we were gonna go through, but The Sims 4 was free for about a week. So if you didn't cop it, I feel kind of bad because I mean it was a whole week of y'all been able to snatch it up for free, and I think this was a really great move on EA's part, on whoever back there at headquarters, whoever makes the decisions. I think this was really smart and a great way to grow your base player percentage, and mostly because base game. All right, we've all played Sims 4. It's lackluster, especially base game. It's kind of a bit of a hot mess. It's really boring if that's all you're playing with is just base game. If you have no CC, no content, no mods, like it's really not the greatest time. So I think they made a good call when it comes to making it free for a week because you get new people coming in. But there's that Trojan horse where I feel like maybe you've seen the meme. It's been kind of hilarious, but EA offers you Sims 4, but behind Sims 4 is like $500 worth of DLC that you can downloadable content that you probably will need in order to have fun with the game. If I'm being like fully honest and transparent, you would kind of need more for the game to have fun with it and be able to keep up with it and like be able to play with it every day. Like I'm over here with every single DLC possible that they have, and on top of that I have mods. Like I have over 130 like listed mods that I'm currently playing with. So it's like it takes a lot to be able to make the game fun, but it's you can get there. It just takes a bit of work and freaking cash, because if you know what, as a simmer, never look back and see how much you've paid for the game, because it ends up rounding up to be a lot, and I just don't want to look back and think of all the money that I've spent. In the end, it's worth it for me. I'm a simmer. I love The Sims. Would I have paid for every single thing full price? Heck no, but that's what I'm here for. That's what I do. So yeah, The Sims 4 was free, and I think that was a great thing to have it be free so that you could get more people, reach a wider audience, and business wise, I think it was a smart call. So some of people are a little mad. I mean, I was a little mad that the Sims 4 was free for a little bit, like a tiny bit, a hint of mad, because I mean, I'm over here, I paid like $60 for it, like what the freak. But at the same time, you can't really be too mad at it. It's fine. It's gonna be fine, and we're fine. That's why you're a simmer. Like, would you have really waited 5 years into the Sims 4 lifespan to really start simming? Like, come on now. You pay for early access. So that's about it for this podcast, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you like coming along with me and hearing me ramble on. Cue Led Zeppelin's ramble on. But that's all I have for you guys today. And I will hear you. I will talk to you. There you go. That's better. I'll talk to you all in the next one. So stay tuned for that. And that's about it. Thank you. And this is me, Morbid Gamer, signing. God, I always butcher the ending. Signing off. All right. Catch you later.